Hi, and welcome back to NormskiTV, another transfer daily. And I just want to address the news about the 55 jobs that Arsenal reported yesterday as job cuts. They came out yesterday to announce that they're going to be having to lose 55 members of their staff due to this COVID that has hit us. And obviously it's hit Arsenal financially. And I know, throughout the time or the lockdown, the Arsenal players had taken, I think it was a 12.5% pay cut. Some of the hierarchy had taken a bigger pay cut in order to, subsidise those people that are possibly going to go on furlough, and maybe to just get the help the workers or the employees, those that are what we call non-playing staff, through this crisis. And it seems as if that this announcement came out yesterday, and the players not really happy about this at all. The fact that they've given their 12.5%, they've taken their 12.5% pay cut, and yet Arsenal have come out yesterday on Sky and all the other news medias, it's all over, saying that basically they have no alternative but to make this announcement. And one of the things they were saying is that obviously this is not going to affect the transfer plans, but it doesn't sit nice, or it doesn't taste nice in the mouth when you know that in this sort of period, to know that 55 non-playing staff are going to lose their jobs, whilst we're bidding for players, the likes of Willian, we've got Gabriel, possibly Coutinho. There's a lot of things out there that doesn't sit quite well. And not only that, doesn't it sit well, it seems as if Arsenal are changing their transfer policy to a more agent-based one, where they're relying on the agent. And you only got to look at agents, and you only got to look at Kier Jarapin in terms of how close he is working with Arsenal in terms of number of clients that he's got in his books, the likes of Willian, the likes of Coutinho. I don't know. I was talking with a couple of friends on another group, and they were saying the same thing. They're not really comfortable with it. The fact that, the agents are getting into bed with Arsenal, and they've gone away from the scouts, going out and scouting these players. And so here we have it. As I said, they announced it yesterday, 55 jobs as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, as this is what they are actually claiming. And looking at it, just to kind of looking what the statement that's come out, it says a statement from the club's head of football, Raul Sanelli, and managing director Vinel, can't say her name, read, over recent years, we have consistently invested in additional staff to take the club forward. But with the expected reduction of income in mind, it is now clear that we must reduce our costs further to ensure we are operating in a sustainable and responsible way, and to enable us to continue to invest in the team. They're talking about, their aim is to protect the jobs and the base salaries of our people as long as possibly. But it's come to that head now that unfortunately they have to let go of 55 redundancies, and they're going into this what they're talking about, this 30-day consultation period. And when we talk about the 55 staff, I mean, we're hearing that the head of recruitment, not recruitment, sorry, the head of scouting, he is one of the actual victims of this, and he's ended up looking like he's going to lose his was going to lose his job. They're talking about that it's being suggested that the job cuts will save Arsenal around 3 million a year, based on those members of staff that are averaging around 50,000 a year salaries. Now, this is not really sitting nice with me. You've got Stan Kroenke, who's worth 8.3 billion, not to say how much his wife is worth as well. and we're looking at them saving £3 million a year. Now, I don't know how long this COVID is going to go on for, but surely, Stan, you could have at least try to put your hand in your pocket and try and at least sustain these employees for this next year. You know, that's 55 guys, women, men, whatever it is, that are now looking at losing their jobs based on an average of a 50,000 a year salary. I mean, that's nothing compared to what the players, and I'm not blaming the players, because that's what the players are getting, because that's what Arsenal decides to play them or pay them. And it really does not sit well. And I know it's I know it's about business and that, but in this current climate, I really am, you know, it hasn't come out showing Arsenal in a great light at this current time. I'm hoping that, you know, enough pressure from, the club's supporters, you know, and just people in general from the media will kind of put some kind of pressure on the board to really kind of rethink this, because it really isn't showing. You know, the fact that this guy, I'm trying to think, Francis Cagejo, who was the head of the international scouting, he's lost his job, along with UK scouting partner Peter Clark. These are guys that have lost, and these guys were famously, Cagejo famously helped bring in the likes of Cesc Fabregas, Hector Bellerin, Gabriel Magalhaes to Arsenal, amongst other players that we've heard about. And it's a real kick in the teeth. It really is a real kick into the teeth. And now, as I said, it's now looking like, you know, Arsenal are going down this road where, you know, they're going more agent-based. And as you can see, Keir Jareppian, you know, he's in there dictating things now. You know, you know, the deal for Willian could be well sewn up. There's talk about Coutinho, but I'm hearing in the news that you know, Arsenal have come out and said that you know, they're only going for Willian and not Coutinho. And I'm thinking maybe the timing of this announcement, where they're losing 55 staff, wouldn't have gone down well when they said, okay, we're also going to bring in Coutinho, who is the same agent that owns Willian. So at the moment, it's not great. It's not showing Arsenal in any great light at this moment. And I'm hoping that Arsenal will go back. I know they've got this 30 days consultation, but I'm hoping that they will go back and reassess the situation, and hopefully, you know, the owners, especially, could look at this and say, well, you know what, we need to try and help these guys out. Because, you know, I don't really want to go to an agent-based policy where it's the agents that dictating who comes into the club. You know what I mean? You know, you need the scouts. I think you still need the scouts. And these guys, we're losing a vital cog in the wheel if we lose these guys. So I'm hoping that our Arsenal will go back and really reassess the situation, and hopefully they can come to something at the end of this 30-day consultation. But it's not really showing Arsenal in a great light whatsoever. And talking about the transfer and the rumours, let's talk about Gabriel Magalhaes. He looks like he's choosing Arsenal over Man United, and that would be a great coup if we get him. You know, he's 22. He's worth 30 million euros. That's about 27 million pounds. And it looks like Arsenal have convinced him to join them. And I know Man United are playing in Champions League, but will he get the game time? And I think he's a young player. He's big, 6'3", another unit to possibly play alongside Gabriel. That would be absolutely great news. So we are talking with the officials. Nothing concrete yet, but he's come out and said that he wants to join Arsenal, which is really great news if that does happen. I'm hoping it will happen because then, we will have, quite a young back four. If you look at the back four, you've got Kieran Tierney, Gabriel, if we get him, William Saliba. Obviously, the right back at the moment, it has to be Bellerin. Whether we're going to go in and get another right back, I don't know. But, there's the likes of, I think Max Aarons from Norwich. He would be a good one person to bring. He's young, and with Norwich going down, we could probably get him at a cut price. But if we get this deal done, then that would be absolutely brilliant. And as I said, according to Levoy, the Sports, the 22-year-old left footer has chosen to join up with his former Lille teammate Nicolas Pepe. So maybe there being some sort of talk between these two, and he's probably told him about, look, come and join me, because they both used to play at Lille together. And so I'm hoping that is the case. I mean, he did sign a contract extension in February that would have tied him to Lille until 2023. But I think Lille are looking at offloading because he wants to leave. And I think they've already bought a replacement. So let's hope that this deal does go through, and that, Arsenal will end up getting this player. He would be definitely a good acquisition to the side. Let's have a look and see what other news there is concerning. Okay, now with the Willian deal, we spoke about it yesterday, that it's imminent, and just talking about it, we understand that with the Willian deal, that they're reporting that actually, I think he's on. They want to give him a 2-year deal with an extension of an extra 1 year, which will give him obviously 3 years. Now, Chelsea would look like they were offering him, was reported 2 years, but it seems like they were offering him a 1-year deal with an extension, and Willian wanted 3 years. So it looks like Arsenal have come in and said that they will offer him. Now, figures have been spouted about. Some are saying 130,000 a week. Some are saying 150,000 pound a week. And it looks like Willian, that's a deal that's been reported in Sky, that, Arsenal have given Willian an offer of 3 years. But I think that 3rd year will be definitely like an extension. So it could be anywhere between 130,000 a week to 150,000 pound a week. It looks like this deal is going to happen. And as I said, Willian would be definitely a good acquisition as a squad player. We need a strength and depth. We're playing loads of games in terms of Europa League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and obviously we've got the Premier League. And, he would be good as a backup to Pepe on the right-hand side, even though, he can play in that number 10 role or even play on the left-hand side. But what we were saying is that if Pepe, for whatever reason, gets injured, or if for whatever reason he hasn't had a good game, we can then bring on the likes of Willian on. Now, I know that means that someone like Reece Nelson maybe not get a look in, and I think it may be better that he send Reece Nelson maybe on a year's loan, possibly to, I don't know, it may be a Premier League club lower down in the table, or if not, so that he can get that experience. If not, send him to a top side in the Championship. Do you know what I mean? And I think that would be good. So I like Willian, and he's done quite well for Chelsea. I was talking with my Chelsea mate, and he was saying that he doesn't really want him to go to Arsenal. Meaning, okay, he's in two minds whether he wants him to go or not. I mean, Chelsea want to keep him, but it looks like Willian has made up his mind, and it's looking likely that Arsenal are the favourites to sign him. I think that will all depend on once they finish playing their Champions League. Chelsea playing their Champions League second leg against Bayern Munich, where I think they're 3-0 down at the moment. I don't see them coming up anyway or getting through that. That'd be a miracle. And then I think after that, then it would be likely that Arsenal will probably announce that they've signed Willian. So it's looking like, we're going to be offering anywhere between 130,000 to 150,000 pound a week. Now, tell me again, put it in the comments. Let me know, what do you think? Is Willian a good acquisition to have in the side? Based on his stats, he's had 11 assists and 9 goals, second highest goal scorer behind Tammy Abrahams. So he hasn't had a bad season. And even though he's going to be turning 32 this coming weekend, he's still got the legs. He's quick. He can dribble. And I think one guy was talking, I think the former West Ham winger, I think Trevor St. Clair, reckons that he will definitely fit well to the style of Arsenal. And if that's the case, and you've got other footballers saying that they've always thought that he does have the Arsenal DNA, which is it's good to hear that. And if that's the case, then let's bring him in. You know what I mean? I think he will definitely do well. Now, let's see. I'm just looking to see if there's any other thing. Okay, situation with Coutinho. Arsenal, as I said earlier on, come out and said that they will not be going for Coutinho if they secure the Willian deal. Now, I think I think they're just trying to make sure that they don't go wrong with this PR business. I think they've got to keep up their PR. And I think with the announcement of 55 staff going, you can't then say, right, we're going to get Coutinho in after we get Willian. But they've come out and they've insisted. Arsenal, I was listening to another channel, and I can't remember the guy's name, something Watts. He was saying that they've heard that Arsenal will not, from inside, that Arsenal will not be pursuing Coutinho. But listen, we may have to take that with a pinch of salt, because I just think that it doesn't look good right now that they're trying to get Willian and then they bring in Coutinho with the likes of them, getting rid of 55 people. It's not good at all. So I reckon this is going to run on. I do believe that there's a chance that they will still go for Coutinho on a loan deal with the possibility of, purchasing him, the following season, depending on what agreement they come to with Barcelona. So as it stands, Arsenal are saying that they're not pursuing the Coutinho deal. Just a little news on Matthew Guendouzi. He's been well, there's a number of clubs that looking at him. Villarreal, where Unai Emery is now the current manager, looks like he maybe wants to bring him back, or not to say bring him back, but get him to work back under him. Now, we can see that he hasn't had a real good relationship with Mikel Arteta, and I just think, personally speaking, that even though the guy is 21, 22, he's got massive amount of potential, but the problem is his attitude. And this was spoke about even before he came to the club. I can't remember the guy that used to play for us. Another French guy. If anybody can remember, please put it in the comments, please. And he basically said that he has got a bit of a temperament on him, and he needs to manage that properly. And as we can see, after the Brighton game, where he was mocking the other players and he's indisciplined, Mikel Arteta said that's enough is enough. And since then, he's not even featured in the match day squads, and it's looking likely that we will get rid of Guendouzi this summer. He could possibly go to Villarreal. There was talk about him possibly doing a swap deal with Philippe Coutinho. Barcelona come out and said something about his eyesight. I don't know what that's all about. If anybody else can put that in the comments and let me know, that'd be great. But I do believe, sorry about that, I do believe that he will go. I'm hoping that we will get decent money for him, because he does have, we bought it for 8 million. And I reckon we could, I think at one time, at the height of, because he was playing, I think he started 33 games for us, under Unai Emery. And they were valuing him at 70 million. Youngest player. Admittedly, he was playing well. But then I said, the attitude problem, and then it just went downhill. So for me, Matthew Guendouzi needs to go, and hopefully he will do well, at another club. As long as we get that decent one. I hope we'll get something in the region of 35, maybe 40 mil for him in this present time. So yeah, I think that's it on him. There's one other story that came out, and that was to do with Martinez, the goalkeeper. I don't know what publication it come from, but I'm just hearing it, the rumours, and I don't know if it's true. And they were saying that, you know, he wants reassurances with regards to his playing time at Arsenal. He loves the club. He's saying basically that he wants to be number one. And that, you know, he's been with the club 10 years. So he's 27. So, he has done brilliantly for us. And I think he should be rewarded with that number one spot. And for me, Leno needs to fight for his place. Now, the problem is if he doesn't get the assurances, then, according to a publication or an interview that he did, he was saying basically, if I don't get that number one spot, then I need to go elsewhere. That's not really good. We don't want to hear that. Arsenal, Arteta, you've got to pick him on merit, as the number one starter. You can't be pressurized by anybody else. As far as I'm concerned, Martinez is our number one. And if that opportunity comes where Leno can get back in, then he needs to fight for his place. It's as simple as that. We've got plenty of games to go around. I mean, if we didn't get into Europe, then I would say there was a concern. But there's loads of games where Leno can play in terms of the Europa League group stages, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. So there's plenty of games. And obviously, injuries will come. Now, it's whether Leno is going to be prepared to be that number two. We'll have to just wait and see. I'm just hoping that they can tie down Martinez to a new deal. I know he's contracted till 2022, but they need to extend that and give him the assurances that he will be the one to have that number one spot. Apart from that, there's nothing else to talk about. Please look out for I've done another video with a Chelsea mate of mine, and we're just really talking about the game that should be posted sometime today. Just get his thoughts on how Chelsea fared in that cup final and what he thinks is the future plans in terms of they're bringing in players and the players that they've already brought in and what they're going to do with the defence and where they think they're going to finish, where they're going to finish above us. So we've had that conversation. It was a great chat. It's about an hour long, but listen, you can watch it in two parts. Tell me what you think, please. Put it in the comments and let me know. And please share with me anything that I could do better. Please put it in the comments. Listen, I'm out of here. Please like, subscribe, and share. And please, especially hit the likes button. The more you hit the likes button, then great. That will give you that traction. So please send it around to all your friends, family, and let's get this channel growing. Take care. See you on the next transfer.